Hey, what's up, you guys? It's me again, and welcome to the park. I've been asked by several of you to do this game. This was a suggestion from many of you. I've played this game before, but I did enjoy the game, and I wouldn't mind showing you guys, so hopefully you guys enjoy this. And yeah, it's supposed to be about a literally, it feels like I do a lot of these types of games, but this game, little backstory of it is, it's supposed to be about this mother who loses her son. It's kind of like The Forest in a way, just a bit, but not too in depth like The Forest. But it, you know, she loses her son, and he goes into this amusement park that they just visited. So she has to go and find him. So let's get started. Let you guys see for yourself. The game is, yes, a horror game. So the park is a narrative experience best played in a dark room wearing headphones. Deals with subject matter that may be disturbing to some players. During the course of play, the park may manipulate graphics, audio control settings, and sanity. Blah blah blah. Yeah. It's perfectly normal and should not be any cause for alarm or psychiatry. So yeah, pretty much don't. If you have, again, another one of these games that I play that has depression problems. So if you have depression and all that, just maybe refrain from watching this. But I would love for you guys to experience this game with me, because this game is phenomenal.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
Where's Mr. Bear?
I haven't seen Mr. Bear, Callum. Stay in the car. I'll go and ask information.
Whoa, sensitivity on that shit. I don't remember this game being so damn sensitive with... Okay, hold the fuck up. Let me see if I could change the... Yeah, that sensitivity is horrible. So is it higher as in... Well, it's probably higher. We'll go with that. I'm gonna put subtitles for you guys so you guys, no. Alright. Whoa! Oh, fuck, that made it worse. Holy ballsack. Never mind. Hold the fuck up. We're gonna do it all the way down to a fucking 1. That's wow. Fuck a high. Alright. Alright. Continuing game. Oh, that's a lot better. Okay. Holy ballsack. You saw how fast my fucking camera was going? Sheesh. Now there's a trophy right around here. If you go past beyond this point, I already got all the trophies in the game, but if you go past beyond this point, passing the little fog area where the lights are at, there's a trophy kind of saying leave the park. So
attention patrons, the park is now closed. Please make your way to the car park at your earliest convenience.
Atlantic Island Park.
Prepare the park for shutdown.
Interactive exam plaque.
Callum was born the day this place opened. This is his favorite place in the world.
Hmm. (1977), so based in the 70s. You could tell a little bit from the kind of style, kind of spot. Park 1. Okay.
What?
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath. Think about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear. Hey, stop! think your boy just ran into the park. I'll unlock the gates for you.
So, your boy just ran into the park, yet he has to unlock the gates in order for them to... in order for her to go in. So how the fuck was he able to get in if the gates were locked already?
Wait for Mommy, Callum!
Catch me, Mommy.
So yeah, this is gonna be like fucking... this is gonna be like heavy rain. Sean! Sean! Sean!
Wait up there for Mommy, Callum.
Over here.
Sean!
There's something special about the entrance to an amusement park. A line drawn between the real world and the world of whimsy within. On this side, the apathy of our everyday lives. And on the other, anything we might dare to dream. It's no wonder Callum ran back inside.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to leave either.
Attention employees, the park is now closed. Have a safe journey home.
That's a bad sign right there. Oh, and it just all of a sudden got dark, huh? How fucking ironic.
Oh God. The park. What happened here? I'm not playing anymore, Callum. It's easy to get lost here. Stop, Callum!
You can't catch me.
Hey, you fuck. So I'm gonna do this exactly the way the game wants me to do this, by the way. I'm gonna follow
Come on,
Callum,
sweetie.
pretty much.
Come this way.
So we're gonna make, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a fucking loop-de-loop around. So we're right now where this little star fucking spot is at. So, but we're gonna make a fucking loop-de-fucking loop around. Excuse me, because that's how the game wants us to do it. We can go and... I don't think it'll allow us to go over there, because I think I've tried when I first came here. So, we're just gonna do this nice and fucking easy. Let you guys enjoy the experience. And again, this game is very short, so, I am not going to... What the hell? Carrie Killian is Satan's whore. Well, that's very vivid. Anyway, but I'm gonna... this game is very short, so I'm gonna take it as much as I can. I don't think we can go in there, because I think we need a stupid flashlight.
Dark. I'm not going in there without a flashlight.
Yep, figured. Alright, anyway. So, again, this game is very short. I will kind of like look through and kind of go through and interact with some of the certain things that need to be interacted with.
Callum, where are you?
So...
Over here.
take it nice and slow. Just like a horror game. Yeah, it's like a psychological horror game, to be honest with you. So, to answer that question. It's not like, oh my god, scary, I'll be honest with you. But it does have a lot of psychological kind of stuff that may fuck with your head and fuck with your mind. So again, I will warn you guys, if you guys do suffer from depression or anything like that, some of the events in this game may or may not trigger something. So again, if you need to, excuse yourself.
I think this belongs to Callum.
Although I wish you could watch and experience this with me, but I understand wholeheartedly. I don't want any of my subscribers to feel the need that they can't, you know, like handle themselves or put themselves in any type of danger, so.
Chad the Chipmunk, huh? Just a drunk guy in a suit.
It's true. I love the fucking, like, you got the Chad the Chipmunk welcomes you to Atlantic Island Park. Chad can be seen in a daily ice sculpting shows in the following locations: 11 a.m. Slideshow Alley, 1 p.m. the Octatron, excuse me, 3 p.m. park entrance. So, Chad the Chipmunk, worst in class. Chad can't even seem to pass. Chad gets angry, likes to fight. Chad is beaten every night. Chad will have a dead-end job. Chad will die a useless slob. Which is very horrible. That's just horrible. Handwritten note.
I wonder what this is.
I swore there was a way to actually be able to read this, because it's so hard to read because of the fucking text. I will try to read this, but I'm gonna probably have to get closer to my fucking TV. Alright, so purchased the land on Solomon Island for a pittance, I might add. Whatever old Archie Henderson did to the locals, just the mention of his name had people slamming doors and locking shutters from the moment I arrived on the island. My lawyers had arranged everything in advance, but the realtor still had to come and deliver the keys to me personally. He took it upon himself to offer me another warning. I don't know what you're planning to do with this land, Mr. Winter, but the soil here is bitter with a curse carried from the old country. Old man Henderson, he did terrible, dark things. The land remembers, sir. I dismissed him shortly afterwards, mostly amused by his pathetic attempts at warning me off. I have a great vision for this place, and the will to see that vision through to the very end. Atlantic Island Park. The name is perfect, and I cannot imagine it being anything else. This is the start of something amazing. When your parents tell you, all right, don't stand too close to the TV. You're gonna, blind yourself or whatever the fuck. My parents never told me that shit, but I think my dad did. Wait, no, maybe my dad did. But I never really sat that fucking close to the TV because I never really fucking needed to. But yeah. And yes, poor Chad. Alright, so we will be, the fuck was that noise? Heard that. Anybody heard that snicker? Yeah. So, the rides are optional. You can ride on the rides. I do recommend doing it because you do get a little short kind of,
Come on, Mommy.
Callum, stay where you are.
you get a short little, like, story kind of thing, like a little background thing, so it's worth doing it if you really want to. Some of them are actually a trophy, too, because you have to do specific things, but the Swan Ride, yes, I will definitely do. This actually tells a fairy tale story, which is kind of nice. It's, I think, Hansel and Gretel, I think? Or, is it Greta? Or Gretel? I always fuck that up. I think it's Gretel. Maybe. Some stories are different. Yeah, I think there's a way to see the checks from the thingy, but I have no clue.
Near a great forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children. A boy named Hansel and a girl named Gretel. They were very poor and had very little to bite or sup. What will become of us? The woodcutter asked his wife one night. I tell you what, husband, we will take the children into the thickest part of the forest tomorrow and abandon them there. No, my wife, I cannot do that, said the man. Then we will all 4 starve, you fool. Hansel and Gretel overheard their parents talking, and Gretel began to weep. Do not fret, Gretel, Hansel said. He crept out of the hut and gathered white stones from the ground to fill his pockets. The next morning, the woodcutter leads the children into the forest. Before they leave, their mother gives them a slice of bread and warns them that they will get no more food that day. Clever Hansel leaves a trail of white stones behind.
That's also a trophy, by the way, guys. If you
when their father
notice Chad.
The children wait a while, then follow the trail back to their parents' house. After receiving a thorough scolding from their parents for getting lost in the woods, the children are sent to bed without any supper. Hansel tried to sneak out and collect more white stones, but found that the door was locked. "Tomorrow I will take them into the woods myself," the wife told the woodcutter. In the morning, their mother gave them a slice of bread and led them deep into the forest once again. Hansel broke his bread into pieces and left a trail of breadcrumbs to lead them safely home. But hungry-eyed birds snatched up the breadcrumbs and his trail was destroyed. Abandoned by their parents and unable to find the trail home, the children wandered in the forest for 3 days. The children stumbled into a clearing with an exceedingly strange house. Its walls were made of gingerbread, and its windows were panes of clear sugar. Hansel, desperately hungry, ran forward and began to nibble on the walls. Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who is nibbling at my house? An old woman emerged from the house, sniffing the air and peering around with cloudy eyes. "Oh, you dear children, who brought you here? Just come in and stay with me. No harm will come to you." But Hansel and Gretel stayed back, for the old woman reminded them of their cruel mother. "Come, children, don't be afraid. I have something for you."
Liar.
The old woman offered them 2 enormous lollipops. The children took them and began to eat. "You see, nothing to fear here. Come inside," the old woman urged, and the children, still licking their sweets, followed. Once inside the house, the old woman changed. She stuffed Hansel into a cage and put Gretel to work, sweeping and cleaning her hut. "Your brother will make a good mouthful," the old witch told Gretel. "Once he is fattened up, I shall feast upon him." Time passed, and poor Hansel refused.
Yeah, exactly. This is why you don't take candy from
fearing
strangers.
the day that the witch would eat him. The witch, for her part, grew impatient. "Today I will cook and eat your brother, Gretel. Climb inside and light the oven." But Gretel pretended not to understand. I do not know how. Where is the opening?" "Fool," the old witch said. "The opening is here." And she moved to show Gretel. Seizing her courage, brave Gretel gave the witch a shove, and the old crone tumbled forward into the oven. Gretel slid a large iron bolt over the door to the oven. Gretel freed her brother Hansel, and together they lit a fire beneath the oven. And though she screamed and begged, the children sat by the oven until her screams had stilled, and the witch was cooked. And then, because even children can't survive on sweets, they divided up the body of the old witch and ate her.
That's an awesome kid story. Fucking awesome ass kid story. Oh, hi. How you doing? know, right? Fucking great ass ending for that. You can ride the rides as many times as you want to, if I remember, but I wouldn't do it if I were you, for the fact I think the story does repeat itself at some point. So just avoid doing it for the most part. But you can, I believe you can go back. Or maybe they patched that up. Oh, maybe they did. Okay, never mind. Before, you were able to do it. But now I guess they patched it up, so...
Hansel and Gretel. I used to read it to Callum when the electricity was shut off. Those poor children. The whole world against them. The forest, the birds, the old witch, even their own parents. I used to imagine that Callum and I were the kids in that story. Not mother and son, but brother and sister, hand in hand against the unkind world. We were always hungry, looking for our own house made of candy. Looking for the sweetness that could take the pain away. Hunger leads people to desperate, terrible places where the tree branches reach like claws.
Crazy shit, right?
Callum, stay where you are!
This way, Mama.
Another accident. This place.
It's a lot of blood right there, isn't it? There goes Teddy. Ah, another one. Despite the constant interruptions to work, Atlantic Island Park will be opening on time. The governor is booked to cut the ribbon, so the only real question is whether we will have any customers. I'm not truly worried. The customers will come out for simple curiosity. I deduced what was needed from the banned writings of Archie Henderson. It's astonishing to think that the renaissance of positive emotions can be used to fuel such a process. Henderson himself chose to use negative, and that caused some of the taint that still lingers in this place. I will not make this his mistakes. Very soon I will know if this has all been for nothing. Yay. Alright, so that's fucking vivid right there, but yeah, so whatever. Your phone scared you? How the fuck your phone scared you? Come on, Kai. This game ain't that bad. Hasn't even got to the worst parts yet, and you're over here fucking freaking out. What was that? Rocks! Oh dear. Like I said, it's more of a psychological horror. It's gonna be the same like when I played Layers of Fear. Even though, like, Layers of Fear has a little bit of some issues there, but it's not that bad. The whole baby thing with Layers of Fear kind of drove me insane. Really. Because I don't understand the infatuation of being scared of babies or dolls or whatever. Like, I never had that kind of phobia to be scared of fucking dolls or babies. And I never understood that. Oh man, we're going to the octopus now. Oh, let's go. A lot of, like, trash or clothes around here. Seems like maybe I like a lot of trash. It looks like clothes, though. Yeah, the whole mannequin thing, that's another thing I don't understand why people get scared of.
This old thing used to make the blood run to my head. Make me dizzy.
Examine report.
The guy just snapped. Those poor kids.
Okay. I'm gonna have to stand up and look at this one, too. Witness Creed Norma. Okay, or Norma Creed, whatever. statement. We were waiting for our turn on the ride. Frank, me, and the boys. This fellow in the chipmunk suit is making an ice carving while people took photographs. Lawrence wanted to go over to him, but I've always been a bit wary of those suits. They give me the creeps. It's silly, I know. Anyway, the chipmunk man, he was carving and picking away at the ice, and at first we thought he was making some animal, like a tiger or a lion. But as more and more ice fell away, when you first looked, it was like a human face, smiling out of that block of ice. But the more you looked at it, the more you saw that there was something not quite right about the proportions. Something unnatural that made your heart begin to beat just a little bit faster, like you were prey, and that thing in the ice was a hunter. But then these teenagers walked up, and one of them made a face at the carving and said something rude to the guy in the chipmunk suit, and then, well, he went berserk. For a few moments it was chaos. Everybody was running away from the guy who had one of the teenagers on the ground, and he was stabbing. He was stabbing with the ice pick, and blood was spraying, and people were screaming, and Frank and I had the kids, and we were dragging them away as fast as we could. And the last thing I saw before Frank dragged me away was that the eyeball of one of those poor kids had landed on the ice sculpture, making the horrible creature look more or less alive. Well, that's fucking morbid as fuck. Had to stand up for that one because God couldn't see shit. Well, that's what happens, kids, when you fuck around and make fun of people. You're not supposed to be making fun of people. It's not nice. That's why you don't make fun of people. Oh, wait a minute. I think I could, yeah, I could ride the octagon thing. Increase the speed. Oh wait, I gotta decrease it. Hold on. I remember, I gotta decrease it so I could ride it. Alright, it should stop now. Alright, so now... ride it. Yay! Looks innocent enough, right? Amusement parks and horror games kind of really mesh well, though. I can say that. Something all around, something all around. Ew. Ew. Oh man, kitties, what was all that? Alright, so this is one of the rides you could actually go back and ride on, but the creature that we just saw will not be there. Just so we're aware. Because I know everybody asks me that question, and no. Creature is not there. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Polaroid.
I remember this.
That's all she had to say? That looks like a creepy ass photo, like, yay, I really don't want to be here. Mom, come on, hurry up, let's go. Feels like God. Why me? Alright, I'm trying to figure out which way I came from, but I think it doesn't matter, because this is the spot where we have to go.
Treachery hides in thoughts. Treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides. The first time I saw Callum, my thoughts betrayed me. I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought, is that it? We build our world from expectations, and the world that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations. And it shattered. And as they fell in pieces, that one treacherous thought became a new foundation. All of the love that we shared, all of the warmth and goodness that followed, built on a single traitorous thought.
Alright, so we're at the octagon thingy. You can't go into any of these buildings, which kind of suck in a way. But it makes you believe that there's something there, or at least, yeah, there you go. Oh, there's a page right there. Let me see. Oh, fuck, a high. Alright, I thought working in the park for a summer would be a lot of fun, but the end of the season here really drags. There aren't that many tourists around, and so most of the staff spend their days standing around gossiping, and most of the gossip is about Chad. I mean, Steve. See? Even I'm starting to call him Chad. And I went to school with the guy. It's that goddamned suit. In the beginning, it was a laugh. Steve, the local lush, as Chad, the chipmunk, child-friendly mascot at the Atlantic Island Park, lockup, and your daughters, and all of that. But the more he wears that suit, the weirder Steve is getting. At first, it was little things, like refusing to change out of the suit at work and taking it home with him every day. But then I saw him at Susie's diner, still wearing it, and it wasn't even a work day. Some of the staff complained discreetly to park management about the smell, and I saw him walking and talking with Mr. Winter, the owner, one day. But nothing seems to have changed. The suit still smells like a carcass whenever Steve walks by. Apparently Steve has picked up some new skills since the last time. I saw him picking up a guitar, I think, outside the school station, or Sisal station, whatever, because he was sure as hell can carve a mean ice sculpture. Maybe that's what it was, like a carver or something like ice, whatever. So those shapes he makes in the ice, though, they give me the creeps. Steve came by the booth today, lucky me, and he just hung around for a while. Couldn't really tell because of the suit, but it seemed like he was just staring at me, sizing me up, eye-fucking me, whatever he was doing. I asked him what he wanted, and he just stood there, not saying anything. Eventually, I called my supervisor, and when he came by, Steve, wandered off. My supervisor told me to put everything in writing, so here it is. Also, I quit. I don't want to see that chipmunk suit ever again. Laura Henman. So, yeah, that's pretty fucked up. Eye-fucking me. That's a good one. Okay. Well, fuck me. God, I forgot about that part. Didn't scare me as much. Okay. Well, whatever. Eye-fucking me. That's a good one. Stop eye-fucking me, Chad, Steve thing. And you look great. Yeah. Alright, we'll just, yeah. Like I said, psychological horror, little jump scares here and there. That one didn't really get me that much, because you guys would have already known. Oh, here we go. Bumper cars. I don't know about you guys, but I wasn't really a bumper car fan when I was a kid. Never really liked it all that much. Not really a fan. Alright, so we can keep going.
Crashes and 80s music. Guess it floats someone's boat.
Yeah, I think you could ride the bumper cars. I'm not positive though. The place is kind of broken anyway. Examine device. How you gonna use that saying? I fucking? Really, Kai? Yeah, like I said, I wasn't really much of a bumper car fan. I don't know. Wasn't really into it, I guess. Kind of just wasn't really my thing, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, you know what it was, is that my dad was very reckless at times, so whenever we went to the amusement park, you know, our dad would fucking, like, drive us insane and shit. He would bump into us on accident, like me and my brother and whatnot, and I'm just like, oh my god. Examine accident report. Okay. So, accident report. Brief description of the accident. During the transport of the bumper cars into the arena, one of the straps attached the load to the truck came united, causing a cascade of bumper cars into Francis, who was standing directly directing the driver. Francis was crushed by the weight of the cars. Describe any injuries caused. Francis was killed. Plain and simple, Francis was killed. Did the injured employee see a doctor? Yes. If yes, did you file an employee portion of the workers' compensation form? Yes. Supervisor's comments. Dexter, the truck driver, claims to have seen someone on the back of the load undoing the straps. Nobody else reported seeing that. The sheriff has requested that Dexter provide them with urine samples. What could have been done to prevent the accident? Blah, blah. Double checking of the straps after transit should be mandatory, and drug screening for all drivers. Have the unsafe conditions been corrected? No. Oh. Fuck a high, dude. Is that necessary? Yeah, I think we have to go over here. I'd kind of be freaking out. The fact that she didn't run and go crazy, I probably would have been freaking the fuck out. That's just me, though. Yes, so obviously it wants us to go over there, but we're going to make a detour real quick. We're going to go over here. I think there's a trophy, by the way, for riding all of the rides, so I recommend trying to do that before going on ahead. Because once you, like, skip out into an area, it's pretty much like a donezo deal, so...
I wonder what this is.
Nathaniel Winter. Financial genius or eccentric... Yeah, this is basically him fucking getting the land and all that. I'm not going to read that. I'll read, like, any of the other important notes, but nothing, like... crazy. So I believe that spot is where I have to go to, but I kind of want to, like I said, I want to backtrack a bit and kind of go through here. Read page. Okay. Dissuade them. They have sent an inspector to investigate the accidents at the park. I've given him the grand tour and spoken about all the safety upgrades, but he seems unconvinced. In this case, the park itself is working against me. This dour man has become more and more intractable the more time he spends in the park. I've offered to pay for his stay in the Overlook Hotel to get him out of here. It seems to have made him even more paranoid. I don't think this man is going to allow my park to stay open. This is a disaster for my ultimate goals.
Where are you, Callum?
Alright. Oh. So, I cannot go through this way. Okay. That works. I guess I'm gonna have to, go the way I was supposed to. Alright, well, that answers that question. So I apologize, guys. I thought, there was... Well, I mean, you wouldn't have been able to read that note, if anything. So, it's all good. No worries. I think we do hit that area, though, eventually, at some point. So, all good. Going up the stairs, going up the stairs. Or not. Let's just... There we go.
It's a matter of public record that I am a failure as a mother. Once, when Callum was very small, I left him asleep in the car while I ran an errand. Don't even remember what it was. When I came back, the sheriff was standing next to the car, watching my boy through the window. I didn't like what I saw in his eyes. Judgment. He wrote me the ticket without saying a word. Just the scratch of his pen on the notepad. When he gave it to me, our eyes met. I know what you're going through. My daughter, Helen, she just gets some help. Help was a bolt of lightning. Help was 1,000 volts surging through my veins. Help is agony. I'd rather die. I wanted to scream. I'd rather you pulled your gun and shot me. But instead my mouth said, yes, Sheriff.
Child neglect, obviously. Yay, a Ferris wheel. Saving. Continually delayed by the incompetence of the builders. The problem is that there are locals, and so they believe a lot of the rumors about what an old man Henderson used to do here. They grew up on those tales. Every time a bolt comes loose or a wrench goes missing, those fools are crossing themselves against the black magic. Of course, that is why I choose this site over all the other potentials. Solomon Island is a nexus for dark energies, and the thought of all that power just dissipating beneath the earth here makes my skin crawl. I called in a few favors back in Brooklyn and got someone at the local academy to see if they had any interesting books about local history. Turns out they do. And it turns out that the old man Henderson has some pretty strong connections to the Brooklyn crowd. Perhaps something he wrote will help me find the piece of the plans that I am missing. Alrighty. Well, now we're gonna ride the Ferris wheel, but... saving right now, which is perfect. But I am going to call it for this broadcast because, again, this game is very short and I don't want to do too much in one sitting. So, but either way, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. For all those new to my channel, please subscribe below. Comment, let me know what you guys think of the game, and also hit that like button. Also hit the notifications bell so you know each and every time when a new video of mine hits. And remember, gamers, we all live many lives, not just one. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Like this amusement park. Wee!